This is a grim reality of families experiencing socioeconomic hardship in Australia by impacting children and families socially, financially, behaviourally, physically, emotionally, and academically due to their lack of access to basic needs and rights. But what can educators do to support children and families experiencing social and economic hardship in early childhood settings? These 6 resources give educators a comprehensive insight into the range of support and strategies provided by government services, organisations and articles to equip educators to implement sensitive strategies, guide families towards key support programs, establish positive partnerships and provide equitable rights despite socio-economic hardship.
The first resource I will be presenting is the Disadvantaged and Vulnerable Communities Grant by the Australian Government and Department of Education. An overview of the resource includes the Community Childcare Fund, which supports disadvantaged and vulnerable families by providing financial assistance for childcare services. This grant aims to enhance sustainability for childcare centres by covering standard operating costs, enabling them to transition to more sustainable business models. It also addresses barriers to early childhood education and care, participation by fostering partnerships with local organisations, engaging with families who do not currently access these services, and facilitating transportation for children from isolated communities. Extending on to the Disadvantaged and Vulnerable Communities Grant. Since its inception in 2018, the Australian Government has invested over $229 million into approximately 1,120 services through the Disadvantaged and Vulnerable Communities Grant. This funding not only helps childcare centres remain operational, but also focuses on attracting and retaining local staff and educators, ensuring that all the needs of underserved markets are met effectively. The Disadvantaged and Vulnerable Communities Grant also provides and includes information for funding childcare services, as well as what childcare centres are eligible for this grant. They provide services to stay open for a larger number of children that require care, as well as for longer periods of time for those parents who are working longer hours in order to help financially sustain their household and the financial hardship they are going through. They also outline specific outcomes and guidelines for services and families to follow in order to support one another as a community. This resource supports educators when working with social and economic hardship families, as they offer free business support to services eligible for the Community Childcare Fund grant through reviewing and improving their financial viability and sustainability. They also implement sound business practices, identify cost drivers and potential savings, as well as transition to a more appropriate business model and/or service delivery model. In the most recent support, the department engaged in BDO services to deliver business support, as well as in August 2024 of this year, they spent a total of $80 million in grants for more than 430 services. My second resource by the Australian Children's Education and Care Quality Authority focuses on building strong partnerships with families. This pamphlet offers valuable insights for both staff and families, highlighting effective ways to connect and collaborate for the benefit of all involved. By increasing staff awareness of each child's and family's unique circumstances, the pamphlet promotes a positive approach to developing strategies that promote and provide appropriate support. Furthermore, this pamphlet outlines several key factors to enhance relationships within childcare services and family homes. It emphasises the importance of getting to know families, understanding expectations, and building welcoming partnerships, particularly with vulnerable families. This resource also includes activity worksheets for educators to brainstorm ideas and strategies, enabling them to track important notes about each family and discuss them in staff meetings. This collaborative approach fosters positive learning opportunities and ensures the needs of children are adequately addressed. My second resource includes brainstorming and reflection worksheets that reiterate Area 6 of the National Quality Standards, which is collaborative partnerships with families and communities. Some of the questions that allow educators to reflect on their practice include: what barriers might exist for families in my service? How might these barriers be overcome? And how are families currently involved in their children's learning and development at this setting? What can I do to help families support their children's learning and development? And what resources do I have that I could share with families? These are just to name a few. This resource also provides various detailed and informative ideas for both educators and families to best incorporate positive practices and steps through communication and collaboration in building their partnerships. In regard to this resource and how it supports educators when working with social and economic hardship families, a quote that I found really great and inspirational and insightful includes, "When educators respect the unique strengths of each family, collaborative partnerships are strengthened and the continuity of learning between homes and educational settings is enhanced. Furthermore, through family and staff collaboration within the childcare centre, it creates strong partnerships as they form a whole team approach to building and learning in various ways, ultimately forming positive dynamics and ongoing learning opportunities. Each child's well-being and development will progress further, especially with the support and guidance of both educators and family members working together as they both play a big role in a child's everyday life. Through these individual influences, it creates a safe space for children to flourish and reach their learning goals, and also has a positive effect on their behavioural outcomes."
Our third resource is the Supporting Vulnerable Families Self-Guided Learning Package developed by ASIQA and Community Childcare Australia. This resource assists educators in supporting vulnerable families that experience inequalities in access and participation to early childhood education due to social and economic hardship. This resource assists educators through outlining what encompasses a vulnerable family in society, identifies factors that make families vulnerable including socioeconomic hardship and their corresponding barriers in accessing early education, explains the negative impact of hardship and inequality on children and families' health, rights and well-being, and provides effective programs and strategies to implement in the service to support families during short and long-term hardship to maximise their diversity and rights. You can scan the QR code on this slide, which will take you to this resource and will provide further detail on the elements of the package. This learning package includes useful strategies aimed to support vulnerable families, including maximising safety and promoting positive partnerships with families. There are also case studies focusing on scenarios of socio-economic hardship in early childhood and self-help questions, including how to accommodate programs to meet all families' diversity and rights with sensitivity. This resource benefits and supports educators in creating inclusive programs, practices, and a philosophy that maximises the safety and rights of all families experiencing socio-economic hardship. These benefits include helps understand the factors and barriers of socio-economic hardship, provides child and family-centred strategies on how to maximise children's inclusion, resilience, and rights, understand how to communicate with a vulnerable family in a sensitive and respectful manner, learn what effective programs and practices look like when working with families experiencing hardship, and helps educators engage in reflective practice to ensure their programs and practices meets the needs of all families. Educators can easily use and refer back to this learning package and implement the corresponding strategies if they are unaware on how to support socio-economic hardship children and families. This resource also supports educators in learning new and effective strategies, programs, and practices they can use in their service to ensure that they can respond to vulnerable families' needs with respect and sensitivity. Our fourth resource is the Salvation Army's Financial Hardship Assistance Resources. It provides educators and families with a detailed overview of free hardship support services tailored to families' socio-economic profiles. It aims to reduce family socio-economic stress and maximise their access to basic rights. The Salvation Army also recognises the inequalities and barriers associated with socio-economic hardship amongst families and how accessing the right support services and assistance can be overwhelming for families experiencing hardship. Therefore, the Salvation Army supports numerous socio-economic hardship situations, including urgent financial hardship assistance, short and long-term financial management, and financial counselling. You can scan the QR code to learn more about the financial hardship assistance they provide. The Salvation Army has 2 financial hardship services available to families, which are Doorways and Money Care. Doorways is an emergency assistance service that assists families experiencing short-term emergency financial hardship. It supports families in accessing basic rights such as food, education, medication, and financial assistance. It also guides families towards long-term support agencies and partnerships to ensure no family feels socially and economically isolated during hardship, thus maximising diversity and active partnerships. Money Care is an ongoing financial service that provides financial counselling, coaching, and financial building skills with sensitivity sensitivity. It pairs individuals with financial counsellors to assist them on how to navigate financial hardship, including accessing basic needs, managing debt, budgeting, overcoming financial stress, and creating financial goals to ensure equitable rights and positive partnerships. The Salvation Army also provides individuals with free resources, including a free online financial skills course, ebooks, and other previous stories of other families experiencing hardship if they are not ready to contact the Salvation Army. This resource allows educators to be aware of the Salvation Army's financial programs that address different socioeconomic hardship to maximize children and families' equitable access, diversity, and rights. When educators know about the Salvation Army's financial services, they can recommend families towards free support assistance they need based on families' personal hardship with sensitivity. This understanding ensures families have an integrated network of external support organisations that are targeted to support short and long-term socioeconomic hardship.
Our fifth resource is the Munch and Move program, which is found in the New South Wales Health Resource Distribution Unit, where healthy eating and physical activity are both highly promoted within all services around Australia. The program is a highly recommended resource that is used in a wide variety of centres around New South Wales and Australia as a way of supporting families and children who are experiencing social and financial hardships. Munch and Move is accessible for all services and provides opportunities for families to access healthier eating habits, fresh food, and physical activity programs for their children free of charge. Included in the program, all services are provided with a range of programs and support plans to foster families experiencing these challenges. Staff are also provided with a tremendous amount of support to effectively implement Munch and Move within their service. Further links and information can be accessed through the website. Just scan the QR code and you'll be taken straight there. This program is a great way to expose children to healthy food habits and physical activity, especially those who are experiencing social and financial hardships at home. Families are provided with at-home programs as well as service programs that are completely free of charge. This provides support to those who are experiencing financial hardships at home. Parents and carers are also provided with the further links and resources that target other challenging areas that relate to social and financial hardships. Through this program, families and children can begin to foster healthier relationships with all staff members, as well as build trusting and open relationships for further support in the future. Furthermore, the Munch and Move program continuously supports staff through providing them with professional development opportunities and training courses to further develop their skills and knowledge to then effectively implement this program within their service. Staff are provided with toolkits as well as physical activity programs and healthy habit meal plans for their service. Fact sheets are provided with the resource on the website as well as options for at-home care for families to access. As services are being provided with all the materials and programs needed, staff ultimately implement this program as it is, making it easier for the staff to support developmental needs for children and social and financial support for families, parents, and carers. Our sixth reference is the Professional Supporting Families Experiencing Challenges, which is found on the Raising Children Australia website, where information and support systems for staff, families, and children are provided. This resource discusses ways to build flexible, respectful, and safe environments within a service, as well as understanding the challenges families experience and how staff can support families through different strategies and approaches. Links and other materials can be accessed through the website to further support families and children who are experiencing social and financial hardships. Staff are further supported through being provided with countless resources and important and accurate information to further develop their knowledge and understanding of the program. Furthermore, this resource provides families and children with ultimate support systems and opportunities to assist in those experiencing social and financial hardships. Reading through the differentiated support examples on the slide, families are provided with a range of ways that they can utilize to further build positive support systems and effectively seek support within their services. Families are also provided with a range of information as well as other experiences families encounter to further build on their understanding and develop ways to seek advice and support. Some more examples and links to support networks can be accessed through the website. Feel free to scan the QR code for more. As countless support system opportunities are provided for families and children, staff too are provided with a wide range of approaches, support networks, and information to further support families and children experiencing social and financial hardships. Staff are provided with opportunities for supportive network workshops, as well as ways to deepen and develop their knowledge and understanding of what families are experiencing and how to further support them. Staff have opportunities to read a range of information and problem-solving approaches, to build partnerships with families and children, as well as creating accepting and supportive environments for all families from diverse backgrounds. The support that staff receive through this resource is fantastic. Please scan the QR code for more.
Implementing these 6 resources within early childhood maximises equity, inclusion, and quality access to high-quality early learning opportunities for all children by allowing families experiencing socio-economic hardship to have access to an integrated network of support services aimed to maximise children's equitable right to a high quality of life.